Yes. Okay. So thank you. Here we are, everybody. Welcome. It's another epic full moon fire ceremony Homa here in Los Angeles, and we are in the depth of the hood. So we generally get sirens and motorcycles, and sometimes the ice cream truck comes by, which is just magnificent. I know. I always want to like skip out and okay. So the full moon. Why do we do fire homas on the full and new moon? Somebody asked me this today. And it's a really interesting response. The full and new moon are the high times on our planet. So every, couple of weeks, we go through these big waves of cycles. If you see the effect that the moon's gravitational force has, let's say, on our oceans, right? I mean, it makes waves and tides and things get affected on the Earth planet from this pull of the moon. You can imagine what it does to the, let's say, the fluid energy system in the human form, just by example. A lot of purifying energy comes during the full and the new moon. Not only that, but Mother Divine is having very high times of her peak energy throughout the moon cycle, throughout the month. And on the full moon in particular, there's this unbelievable blessing energy flowing to the whole planet. It's a funny thing. Blessing energy always stirs up purification. It means anything in us that's not vibrating at a very high level starts to get shaken loose, which is why we see a lot of people go a little crazy wild in the emotions on the full and the new moon. In fact, the word lunatic comes from the moon, Luna. So it's harnessing the energy of that moon and the way that the sun is operating with respect to the moon during the full moon time means that we're automatically getting a high blessing when we amplify that by taking a kind of microcosm of the sun's energy. The sun is the big fire, you could say, at the dawn of our creation. Without the sun, none of us would be here, correct? There is no creation. So we all know the sun is a little bit too big to interact with directly. If you stare at it for too long, you'll go blind. If you sit out in it too long, you'll fry, yeah? But when we take a piece of the sun's spark and we put it in a contained, holy environment like a fire pit, and then we interact with it with very high level ancient mantras, and through the auspices of our prayers and our good wishes for ourselves, our family, our community, for humanity, then we're able to interact with the different divine forms that are already contained and possible in the sun's energy. But they're coming full tilt into this fire pit. They're coming full tilt into the fire pit through the agency of the mantras that we're doing. So our mantras today, and I put them in the text on all of the social media streaming platforms, as well as I think all the new people here have mantra sheets. Most of the mantras today are bringing the energy of the mother, of the divine feminine, the creatrix of our entire planet and all of us, into the fire and interacting with her in a very particular way. So the first of the mantras is called SHAKTI GAYATRI. And I think a lot of people know the GAYATRI mantra. That's a pretty pervasive mantra on our planet. It is the oldest mantra on our whole existing plane. That mother, that form of mother, Gayatri, she is the only form of mother divine, any divine feminine. It doesn't matter what you call her, whether you call her by names like Lakshmi or Kali or Isis or Hecate or Mother Mary or this one or that one. The mother is the mother, writ large. Mother is mother to every soul on this planet. So every other form of mother that we worship, pray to, invoke comes with a certain degree of illusion. Illusion means testing, tricks, games, diversions, challenges. Hey, look over there when you're really trying to look over here. This kind of misdirection, especially for spiritual people. It's, the way is never straight, it's always zigzaggy. A lot of that has to do with the mother sort of testing and challenging us by putting these crazy waves along our way. Gayatri is the only form of mother who does not do that. Please come in. Gayatri, she is straight with the medicine. She is straight with her being. And they will say in the Vedic tradition, you can try to read the 4 Vedas, which are dense, intense documents and containing the blueprint of our creation. Hey, you guys. Or, so you can try to read all the Vedas and figure out the blueprint of how things work in this creation, or you can simply chant the Gayatri mantra, and it's the same. So, this is a shortcut tradition. We go straight to the energy, forget the illusion. Let's go straight to the mother. So, also it may be that you have heard Gayatri pronounced in different ways. If you look at Gayatri on the internet, there are a million different pronunciations. The most common, unfortunately, is Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha, or Svaha. And this is a big problem. No, not Svaha. Suvaha, please. 3 equal syllables. So you may have learned it a different way. You might hear it sung on the internet, all kinds of different ways. But for today's purposes, Om Bhur Bhuva Suvaha. There was a group of students in Penukonda, India, at the ashram of Sri Kaleshwar. They were chanting Gayatri and they were saying Swaha. And Kaleshwar walked in, who he's an expert on the mother, especially Gayatri. And he just cringed and said, no, please don't do that. It's an insult to the energy of Gayatri. Please don't do that. Suvaha. So that's a little thing. So Gayatri herself, when we chant that mantra, we're getting that form of the mother in the fire pit here. And then we're able to ask her for what we want. Her Shakti Gayatri form is like Gayatri on steroids. Later, after she's created and this whole planet is in swing, she gives her Shakti, her power side, to the great saint, the great Rishi who discovered and created her, Vishwamitra. And power means those extra syllables, I'm Kleem Saoum, before the rest of the Gayatri. Super intense, the generating, the operating, and the destroying qualities of the power structure of the God energy is embedded in this. Shakti Gayatri is one of the highest consciousness mantras that anybody can do on this planet. At any time. You don't have to wait for a full moon. You're welcome to take the sheets if you're here, or grab the text from online and do it a lot. It's a really powerful mantra. We're using the high energy of the full moon to amplify its effects like about 1 millionfold. So that's the first form that'll be in the fire. We'll talk about the next form when we get to her. But we're getting the straight consciousness blessing from the mother via the agency of Shakti Gayatri. It's a huge power mantra. I'm sure you will feel it. And I'm sure for those who are attending for the first time, you'll see quite quickly, this is not a normal fire. This is not like your, weenie roast or marshmallow roast kind of fire. It is snapping and crackling with the divine energy. And the forms change as we go through the different mantras today. And the forms that come in the fire change dramatically. So that's a good thing to observe. The other reason we do Homa is we're feeding the sun directly. Through this little spark, we're interacting with the big nature. We're also feeding our own souls through you could say, the mirrorism of nature. That is to say, the exterior fire reflects to us our own interior spark of the energy and of the divinity. So it's not only we're seeing it with our 2 eyes, and we're getting stronger in that respect, but we're also seeing the energy and receiving it to the 3rd eye. The eye of clarity, the eye of spirituality and consciousness. So there's a lot going on in Fire Homa. The more you stare at the fire, the more you're kind of charging your 3rd eye. And that's partly why we live stream them. A lot of people say, well, is the energy just as effective if we're online watching it through video? I think everyone who sees it online will say, actually, yes. Because the nature of the divinity coming in the fire is that strong. And our eyes are connecting to it, and our 3rd eye, our consciousness, is also connecting to it. So to say that. The final thing I want to say before we start the fire is charging. There's a lot of charging energy that comes in the holy fires. Charging means you're getting a huge influx of the divinity to your soul. It's like the equivalent as if you sat for, 10, 12 hours a day in meditation for about a month. It's not a joke. So when you're charging that high, it means your whole system automatically begins to decharge or release or dissolve anything that shouldn't be in your system that's not at that high vibration. Lots of emotional blocks, or lots of old traumas, or lots of who knows what karmas from what other lifetime. So purification is part of the name of this game. And purification means you might have symptoms for a few days. Symptoms might be you feel really blissful, or you feel really exhausted. If a lot of stuff came out into the fire, you might feel pretty mowed down for a couple of days. You might even feel like you're burning internally, you know, and you're not a menopausal age lady, and it's definitely not a hot flash. It may feel like you have a 24-hour flu, just feeling really funky. You might have amazingly strange dreams. Or you just might be really blissful and happy. It just, you know, it depends on your neurophysiology and how your system receives this kind of an influx of energy. But definitely, you know, be aware purification is real. It does happen. And if it does happen, we take it in stride. Like, okay, well, that's a good symptom. A lot of stuff got released or moved or like that. So, you know, no panicking if you feel a little funky tomorrow is what I'm trying to say. I think that's good. I think we can start. And so we'll begin with an arati. Arati means we wave the flame in front of all of the divine characters who are here on our altar. From their eyes, they're giving some of their soul energy to that flame, and then that flame is going in the pit, and we're starting from there. So everything has a kind of sacred resonance and mechanism to it as we begin. Okay, right. And somewhere there's a starter we do. Oh yes, okay. Right on. Technical. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Shuklam Varadaram Vishnu Sashivarnam Chaturabhujam Prasan-nam Jaye Sarva Vigno Prashantare. Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo nah Pracho Die-yat. So we'll begin with SHAKTI GAYATRI, excellent mother form to ask what you really want to have blessed or created in your life, and also what you'd like to just let go of. Om Aim Kleem 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 Saoum Bhur Subaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo nah Pracho Die-yat. Om Aim Kleem 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 Saoum Bhur Subaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo nah Pracho Die-yat. Om Aim Kleem 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 Saoum Bhur Subaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo nah Pracho Die-yat. Om Aim Kleem 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 Saoum Bhur Subaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo nah Pracho Die-yat. Om Aim Kleem 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 Saoum Bhur Subaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo nah
prachodayat. Om. Aim, 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 Kleem, 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 Saoum, Saoum, Saoum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. Tas-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi. Dhiyo yo nah prachodayat. Om. Aim, 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 Kleem, 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 Saoum, Saoum, Saoum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. Tas-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi. Dhiyo yo nah prachodayat. Om. Aim, 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 Kleem, 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 Saoum, Saoum, Saoum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. Tas-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi. Dhiyo yo nah prachodayat. Om. Aim, 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 Kleem, 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 Saoum, Saoum, Saoum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. Tas-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi. Dhiyo yo nah prachodayat. Om. Aim, 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 Kleem, 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 Saoum, Saoum, Saoum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. Tas-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi. Dhiyo yo nah prachodayat. Om. Aim, 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 Kleem, 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 Saoum, Saoum, Saoum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. Tas-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi. Dhiyo yo nah prachodayat. Om. Aim, 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 Kleem, 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 Saoum, Saoum, Saoum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. Tas-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi. Dhiyo yo nah prachodayat. Om. Aim, 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 Kleem, 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 Saoum, Saoum, Saoum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. Tas-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi. Dhiyo yo nah prachodayat. Om. Aim, 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 Kleem, 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 Saoum, Saoum, Saoum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. Tas-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi. Dhiyo yo nah prachodayat. Om. Aim, 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 Kleem, 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 Saoum, Saoum, Saoum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. Tas-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi. Dhiyo yo nah prachodayat. Om. Aim, 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 Kleem, 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 Saoum, Saoum, Saoum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. Tas-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi. Dhiyo yo nah prachodayat. Om. Aim, 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 Kleem, 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 Saoum, Saoum, Saoum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. Tas-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi. Dio Yona Prachodayat. Om Ai Kling 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 Sound Sound Sound. Bhur Suvaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dio Yona Prachodayat. Om Ai Kling 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 Sound Sound Sound. Bhur Suvaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dio Yona Prachodayat. Om Ai Kling 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 Sound Sound Sound. Bhur Suvaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dio Yona Prachodayat. Om Ai Kling 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 Sound Sound Sound. Bhur Suvaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dio Yona Prachodayat. Om Ai Kling 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 Sound Sound Sound. Bhur Suvaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dio Yona Prachodayat. Om Ai Kling 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 Sound Sound Sound. Bhur Suvaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dio Yona Prachodayat. Om Ai Kling 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 Sound Sound Sound. Bhur Suvaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dio Yona Prachodayat. Om Ai Kling 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 Sound Sound Sound. Bhur Suvaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dio Yona Prachodayat. Om Ai Kling 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 Sound Sound Sound. Bhur Suvaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dio Yona Prachodayat. Om Ai Kling 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 Sound Sound Sound. Bhur Suvaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dio Yona Prachodayat. Om Ai Kling 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 Sound Sound Sound. Bhur Suvaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dio Yona Prachodayat. Om Ai Kling 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 Sound Sound Sound. Bhur Suvaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dio Yona prachodayat. Om Aim 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 Klim 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 Saum Saum Saum. Bhur Suvah Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Namaha Prachodayat. Om Aim 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 Klim 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 Saum Saum Saum. Bhur Suvah Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Namaha Prachodayat. Om Aim 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 Klim 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 Saum Saum Saum. Bhur Suvah Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Namaha Prachodayat. Om Aim 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 Klim 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 Saum Saum Saum. Bhur Suvah Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Namaha Prachodayat. Om Aim 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 Klim 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 Saum Saum Saum. Bhur Suvah Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Namaha Prachodayat. Om Aim 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 Klim 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 Saum Saum Saum. Bhur Suvah Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Namaha Prachodayat. Om Aim 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 Klim 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 Saum Saum Saum. Bhur Suvah Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Namaha Prachodayat. Om Aim 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 Klim 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 Saum Saum Saum. Bhur Suvah Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Namaha Prachodayat. Om Aim 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 Klim 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 Saum Saum Saum. Bhur Suvah Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Namaha Prachodayat. Om Aim 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 Klim 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 Saum Saum Saum. Bhur Suvah Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Namaha Prachodayat. Om Aim 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 Klim 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 Saum Saum Saum. Bhur Suvah Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Namaha Prachodayat. Om Aim 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 Klim 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 Saum Saum Saum. Bhur Suvah Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo Namaha Prachodayat. Om Aim 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 Kleem, 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 Saoum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. Tas-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi. Dio yo Namaha. Pracho, Die-yat. Om. Kleem, Kleem, Saoum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. Tas-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi. Dio yo Namaha. Pracho, Die-yat. Om. Kleem, Kleem, Saoum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. Tas-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi. Dio yo Namaha. Pracho, Die-yat. Om. Kleem, Kleem, Saoum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. Tas-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi. Dio yo Namaha. Pracho, Die-yat. Om. Kleem, Saoum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. Tas-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi. Dio yo Namaha. Pracho, Die-yat. Om. Kleem, Saoum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. Tas-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi. Dio yo Namaha. Pracho, Die-yat. Om. Kleem, Saoum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. Tas-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi. Dio yo Namaha. Pracho, Die-yat. Om. Kleem, Saoum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. Tas-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi. Dio yo Namaha. Pracho, Die-yat. Om. Kleem, Saoum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. Tas-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi. Dio yo Namaha. Pracho, Die-yat. Om. Kleem, Saoum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. Tas-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi. Dio yo Namaha. Pracho, Die-yat. Om. Kleem, Saoum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. Tas-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi. Dio yo Namaha. Pracho, Die-yat. Om. Kleem, Saoum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. Tas-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi. Dio yo Namaha. Pracho, Die-yat. Om. Kleem, Saoum. Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha. Tas-savitur Varey-nyam. Bhargo, Dey-vasya, Dhimahi. Dio yo naha prachodayat. Om Ai Klim 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 Saum 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 Bhur Subaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dio yo naha prachodayat. Om Ai Klim 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 Saum 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 Bhur Subaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dio yo naha prachodayat. Om Ai Klim 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 Saum 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 Bhur Subaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dio yo naha prachodayat. Om Ai Klim 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 Saum 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 Bhur Subaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dio yo naha prachodayat. Om Ai Klim 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 Saum 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 Bhur Subaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dio yo naha prachodayat. Om Ai Klim 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 Saum 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 Bhur Subaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dio yo naha prachodayat. Om Ai Klim 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 Saum 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 Bhur Subaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dio yo naha prachodayat. Om Ai Klim 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 Saum 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 Bhur Subaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dio yo naha prachodayat. Om Ai Klim 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 Saum 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 Bhur Subaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dio yo naha prachodayat. Om Ai Klim 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 Saum 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 Bhur Subaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dio yo naha prachodayat. Om Ai Klim 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 Saum 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 Bhur Subaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dio yo naha prachodayat. Om Ai Klim 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 Saum 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 Bhur Subaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dio yo naha prachodayat. Om Ai Klim 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 Saum 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 Bhur Subaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya dhimahi Dhiyo yo nah prachodayat. Om Aim 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 Kleem 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 Saoum 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 Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya dhimahi Dhiyo yo nah prachodayat. Om Aim 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 Kleem 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 Saoum 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 Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya dhimahi Dhiyo yo nah prachodayat. Om Aim 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 Kleem 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 Saoum 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 Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya dhimahi Dhiyo yo nah prachodayat. Om Aim 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 Kleem 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 Saoum 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 Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya dhimahi Dhiyo yo nah prachodayat. Om Aim 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 Kleem 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 Saoum 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 Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya dhimahi Dhiyo yo nah prachodayat. Om Aim 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 Kleem 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 Saoum 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 Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya dhimahi Dhiyo yo nah prachodayat. Om Aim 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 Kleem 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 Saoum 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 Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya dhimahi Dhiyo yo nah prachodayat. Om Aim 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 Kleem 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 Saoum 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 Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya dhimahi Dhiyo yo nah prachodayat. Om Aim 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 Kleem 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 Saoum 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 Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya dhimahi Dhiyo yo nah prachodayat. Om Aim 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 Kleem 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 Saoum 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 Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya dhimahi Dhiyo yo nah prachodayat. Om Aim 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 Kleem 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 Saoum 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 Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya dhimahi Dhiyo yo nah prachodayat. Om Aim 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 Kleem 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 Saoum 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 Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya dhimahi Dhiyo yo nah prachodayat. Om Aim 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 Kleem 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 Saoum 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 Bhur Suvah Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo nah Prachodayat. Om Aim Kleem 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 Saoum Bhur Suvah Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo nah Prachodayat. Om Aim Kleem 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 Saoum Bhur Suvah Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo nah Prachodayat. Om Aim Kleem 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 Saoum Bhur Suvah Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo nah Prachodayat. Om Aim Kleem 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 Saoum Bhur Suvah Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo nah Prachodayat. Om Aim Kleem 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 Saoum Bhur Suvah Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo nah Prachodayat. Om Aim Kleem 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 Saoum Bhur Suvah Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo nah Prachodayat. Om Aim Kleem 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 Saoum Bhur Suvah Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo nah Prachodayat. Aim Kleem 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 Saoum Bhur Suvah Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo nah Prachodayat. Om Aim Kleem 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 Saoum Bhur Suvah Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo nah Prachodayat.
Last time.
Om Aim Kleem 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 Saoum Bhur Suvah Tas-savitur Varey-nyam Bhargo Dey-vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo nah Prachodayat.
Kim. Good. Wow. Welcome all the new people. Sorry, it's a little crowded. So you can put it down. You don't have to hold it. Yeah. Okay. So wow, the Mother Divine, Shakti Gayatri. Our next. Actually, I should read our sponsors first. Yes, we have sponsors today. A word from our divine sponsors. Sponsors means people pay an extra to have their name or the name of a loved one read into the fire. And after each name, we say Om Mama, Om Mama, Om Mama. Ma and Ma. each of us individually, our spark of the womb chakra, that is the creation of the mother, and the big mother's womb chakra writ large. So it sends the energy directly to that individual soul. It's a frequent thing in pujas in India. The priests will say mama at a certain point in the fire. It means it's coming straight to your soul. So our sponsors today, Cristina Maria Costa Rodriguez.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Carol Jenny.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Patrice Bader.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
We have a special puja today for tremendous healing, heartbreak, and linking very strongly to the womb chakra for Sally Johnson. So for Sally Johnson,
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Anthony Nichols,
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Susan Neander, Cora Bell, and Stephen Carey.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Neil Valamsepla,
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Beryl and Manuel Smith. Beryl and Manuel Smith. Oh yeah, that's one.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Malia Smith.
Oh mama, oh mama,
Oh mama. Capiole Smythe.
oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
And I love health, we the well-beings. All right.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Liana Monet.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
John Piper, surprise.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Kayla Whaley.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Beata Diakowska.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Teresa Goodman.
Oh mama, oh
Oh
mama,
oh
oh mama.
mama. Ellen Todd Bueller.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Becky and Tom, happy anniversary.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Alma Maglaya and Mark Lippard.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Alicia Campbell.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
J.E. Campbell.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh
mama. G.G. Campbell.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Christine Bednarik and her family.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Jennifer Renee Wilson.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Matt Navarra, Misa Hirosa Navarra, and baby Leo Hirosa Navarra, who is due June 20th.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Oh, baby Leo. Galen Tulko Miller Persico.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Nancy Reynolds.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Joan Dixon.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
David Dixon.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Daniel Borner and his family.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Matt Locker.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
John Salati.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Andrea Eversberg.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Marinella Tona.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Vasilika Tona.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Dimitra Liko.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Yenny Liko.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Atina Tona.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Noah Katsa.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Mateo Katsa.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Afi Katsa.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Michelle Farrell, Joe and Alfie Merritt.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Jamie Raskin.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Paula Bradley.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Stefan and Catherine Dada.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Quinn Ham, his entire family, and his business, American HVAC.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
In the mastery program, Nina Kribbers.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh
Mama, Barbara Flock.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Desiree Sterling.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh
mama. We already said Quinn Ham.
Oh mama,
oh mama, oh mama. Yuichiro Makiguchi. Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama. And Nilanjana Dev. Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama. For an end to white supremacy in America.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
For our brothers and sisters fighting valiantly the good fight in Ukraine, may they prevail.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
For Volodymyr Zelensky and his family, may they be safe and protected.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
In support of the divine feminine rising in the world through the women.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
In Santa Cruz County, the heads of homeless service agencies and organizations working together to create brilliant solutions to homelessness, may they absolutely prevail. Long list, loaded names, we'll say oh mama at the end. Scott Galloway, John Showalter, Debbie Bates, Susan Bucci, Roland Reveley, Herb Schmidt, Cynthia Matthews, Ingrid Trejo, John Dietz, Don Lane, Suzanne McLean, Brent Adams, and Phil Kramer.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
And finally, for Atma Schumann and his 800 Germans meditating daily for world peace.
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Good. Okay, so on to the big mama, Ma Kali. So you may have seen pictures or art of Mahakali. She's usually depicted very scary. She's a very fierce mother. Frequently, she'll have many arms with many weapons, sometimes 4 arms, sometimes 18, sometimes 8, sometimes 108. In her big Adipara-shakti form, she has like 1,008 arms. Each has a weapon. Why does God need to be armed? It's very interesting, isn't it? Why would God have weapons? What kind of a God is that? Oh. Good thing you asked. So she's... Every one of her arms and her weapons represents categories of supernatural abilities, supernatural weaponry, you could say, to destroy negativity. And the mother comes in a peak form, a kind of scary, almost horrifying, except she's gorgeous if you look deeper. But she's, got fangs and big red eyes and a tongue that's sometimes dripping blood, and sometimes as Kali, she's got like a garland of skulls. She's a little fearsome. Why does she come in such an angry, freaky kind of way? She's the peak response of divinity to the worst negativity run amok on our planet. And as the peak divinity, she's actually composed of all of the gods, all of the goddesses, all the angels, all the rishis, all the divine forces. They all come together in this huge amorphous fire. Actually, they made her in a fire Homa. They gave each part of their energy. She comes as a giant blazing flame, and then she flips into a fierce form of the mother to go on the battlefield to take down the worst negativity. And the negativity are, in the Vedic stories, they're demons, characters, actually beings who are very, very powerful, as these things tend to be. And all they are really is they represent the worst negative qualities that each of us is carrying. Egoism, pride, vanity, greed, self-destructiveness, unworthiness, fear, anger, like the whole gamut, right? So mother's the right medicine. Only a female character can destroy the worst negativity when it completely runs amok and starts taking over everything, which is inevitably what happens in the Vedic stories, and inevitably, as we see our planet, it happens in our world as well. There's huge negativity, right, on the loose. Needs that form of divine mother in a fierce form to be more fierce than the worst negativity. Only a female character who creates all of that can take it all back into herself, and so through the powerful womb of the mother. So her prayer is very interesting. She's a big lady. Mother Divine is Kali. So her mantra is very long. I'm so sorry. I know it's a tongue twister for new people. And yes, online we put all the mantras so everybody can follow along. If you know the 5 element system from Sri Kaleshwar, it's a little bit easier. She's composed of the fire element mantra. Om Hreem, Hessraim, Hreem. Om Deem, Deem, Kleem, Kleem, Saoum, Saoum, Maha, Agni. Agni, the fire. Swarupa-Nyayna, Namaha. What does that mean? It means she's pretty fiery. It means also she's carrying a huge womb chakra energy like the sun, but in a female creating form, which actually every human female does. Every human female has that same link straight to the cosmic mother like that. So she's pretty fiery. She's pretty pissed when she first shows up. Why? because her kids are messing up. What mother wants their kids to be, idiots trying to make themselves invincible and then kill all the good stuff in the world? No. You want your children to grow up and be functional, no? So she's kind of angry. So fire element. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem Om Deem Deem Kleem Kleem Saoum Saoum Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Then our genius in this mantra structure of her totality is pulling her down with the water element. Om Kluum Dluum Jam Kanaka Durgamba. Durgamba is a Durga form of mother. Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM Kanaka Durgamba. Durga Devi Prasan-nam. That Kanaka Durga, she's a big smiling form of the mother, another fierce form, but very smiley. Dismounted from her lion or her tiger that she rides into battle after she's destroyed all the negativity. So there's hope, is the point. Very splashy water element. Om Kluum Dluum Jam Kanaka Durgamba. Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM Kanaka Durgamba. Durga Devi Prasan-nam. That hum is the most powerful word in the whole mantra. Hum is the sound that her ultimate weapon, which is always on her top right hand, index finger, which links to the fire element, which links to the sun. It's a thing called the Sudarshana chakra. It's the ultimate weapon against taking down any negativity. It never misses. When she hurls it in battle, it's like a golden discus. It just decapitates the demons. Game over. End of story. Then, hooray, the whole creation is balanced and it's all kind of peaceful and divine for 5 minutes, and then another demon starts again. And it was ever thus. So that hum sound is what it makes when it slices through the air. It cuts negativity. If you're especially feeling overwhelmed, assaulted, just the slings and arrows are coming from too many directions at once, hum is an excellent mantra to pick up. You could chant it in your head like Om Hum, Om Hum. Or small point, you need to only eat vegetarian that day. No meaty meat products if you're going to use them. Hum. But you'll watch all of the crazy stuff that's coming at you will calm down if you were to do that for a day or two. So, water mantra, Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM Kanaka Durgamba Durga Devi Prasan-nam. Then a ring of angels. Om Yamata Raja Banda Salagam for protection. Then Om Mama Mama Mama, we talked about that. Ma, and each of us individually, Ma. Then Atma Atma Atma, your soul, or in your case, my soul, think. Raksha 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 Mam, or Raksha, protection. So that entire mantra, I know, I'm sorry, it's a tongue twister. The whole thing is her. She's a massive divine structure. And chanting this mantra is very fiery. You'll see a huge difference when we start it in the fire compared to the relative peaceful quality of Shakti GAYATRI. Ma Kali, she's swinging for the fences on the negative stuff, which means it's a great opportunity to take your own inner inventory. Look at what are your crazy blocks, emotions, what's holding you back. Where do you have anger, egoism, pride, jealousy, vanity, left out, insecurity, unworthiness, depression, anxiety, fear, whatever. Make up your own. We all have them, all different configurations. And offer them to the mother. Ma, please burn this for me. I'm begging you. Transform it and give it back to me as high, divine, useful energy that I can have in my system so that I'm not so burdened by these old things and I can do what I actually came to do here in a clear way. That's the kind of feeling of this fire. So it's a big block party. Get a hold of your blocks. The stuff that drives you crazy about yourself or that drives your loved ones crazy about you. And offer it to the fire. She will change it. She will help transform it. Yeah, good. So let's talk to Ma Kali. We'll do it slowly, at least twice, and then we'll bring it up to speed. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem Om Deem Deem Kleem Kleem Saoum Saoum Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha Om Kluum Dluum Jam Kanaka Durgamba Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM Kanaka Durgamba Durga Devi Prasan-nam Om Nilamata Rajavana Salakam Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha Raksha Rakshamam Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem
Om Dheem Dheem Kleem Kleem Saoum Saoum Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Kluum Dluum Jam Kanaka Durgamba. Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM. Kanaka Durgamba, Durga Devi Prasan-nam. Om Yamatara Jabana Salakam. Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha Raksha Rakshamam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem. Om Deem Deem Kleem Kleem Saoum Saoum Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Kluum Dluum Jam Kanaka Durgamba. Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM. Kanaka Durgamba, Durga Devi Prasan-nam. Om Yamatara Jabana Salakam. Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha Raksha Rakshamam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem. Om Deem Deem Kleem Kleem Saoum Saoum Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Kluum Dluum Jam Kanaka Durgamba. Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM. Kanaka Durgamba, Durga Devi Prasan-nam. Om Yamatara Jabana Salakam. Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha Raksha Rakshamam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem. Om Deem Deem Kleem Kleem Saoum Saoum Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Kluum Dluum Jam Kanaka Durgamba. Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM. Kanaka Durgamba, Durga Devi Prasan-nam. Om Yamatara Jabana Salakam. Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha Raksha Rakshamam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem. Om Deem Deem Kleem Kleem Saoum Saoum Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Kluum Dluum Jam Kanaka Durgamba. Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM. Kanaka Durgamba, Durga Devi Prasan-nam. Om Yamatara Jabana Salakam. Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha Raksha Rakshamam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem. Om Deem Deem Kleem Kleem Saoum Saoum Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Kluum Dluum Jam Kanaka Durgamba. Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM. Kanaka Durgamba, Durga Devi Prasan-nam. Om Yamatara Jabana Salakam. Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha Raksha Rakshamam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem. Om Deem Deem Kleem Kleem Saoum Saoum Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Kluum Dluum Jam Kanaka Durgamba. Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM. Kanaka Durgamba, Durga Devi Prasan-nam. Om Yamatara Jabana Salakam. Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha Raksha Rakshamam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem. Om Deem Deem Kleem Kleem Saoum Saoum Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Kluum Dluum Jam Kanaka Durgamba. Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM. Kanaka Durgamba, Durga Devi Prasan-nam. Om Yamatara Jabana Salakam. Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha Raksha Rakshamam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem. Om Deem Deem Kleem Kleem Saoum Saoum Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Kluum Dluum Jam Kanaka Durgamba. Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM. Kanaka Durgamba, Durga Devi Prasan-nam. Om Yamatara Jabana Salakam. Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha Raksha Rakshamam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem. Om Deem Deem Kleem Kleem Saoum Saoum Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Kluum Dluum Jam Kanaka Durgamba. Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM. Kanaka Durgamba, Durga Devi Prasan-nam. Om Yamatara Jabana Salagam. Mama, 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 atma, 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 raksha, 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 mam. Om Hreem, Hessraim, Hreem. Om Deem, Deem, Kleem, Kleem, Saoum, Maha, Agni, Swarupa-Nyayna, Namaha. Om Kluum Dluum Jam, Kanaka Durgamba. Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM. Kanaka Durgamba, Durga Devi, Prasan-nam. Om Yamatara Jabana Salagam. Mama, 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 atma, 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 raksha, 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 mam. Om Hreem, Hessraim, Hreem. Om Deem, Deem, Kleem, Kleem, Saoum, Maha, Agni, Swarupa-Nyayna, Namaha. Om Kluum Dluum Jam, Kanaka Durgamba. Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM. Kanaka Durgamba, Durga Devi, Prasan-nam. Om Yamatara Jabana Salagam. Mama, 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 atma, 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 raksha, 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 mam. Om Hreem, Hessraim, Hreem. Om Deem, Deem, Kleem, Kleem, Saoum, Maha, Agni, Swarupa-Nyayna, Namaha. Om Kluum Dluum Jam, Kanaka Durgamba. Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM. Kanaka Durgamba, Durga Devi, Prasan-nam. Om Yamatara Jabana Salagam. Mama, 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 atma, 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 raksha, 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 mam. Om Hreem, Hessraim, Hreem. Om Deem, Deem, Kleem, Kleem, Saoum, Maha, Agni, Swarupa-Nyayna, Namaha. Om Kluum Dluum Jam, Kanaka Durgamba. Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM. Kanaka Durgamba, Durga Devi, Prasan-nam. Om Yamatara Jabana Salagam. Mama, 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 atma, 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 raksha, 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 mam. Om Hreem, Hessraim, Hreem. Om Deem, Deem, Kleem, Kleem, Saoum, Maha, Agni, Swarupa-Nyayna, Namaha. Om Kluum Dluum Jam, Kanaka Durgamba. Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM. Kanaka Durgamba, Durga Devi, Prasan-nam. Om Yamatara Jabana Salagam. Mama, 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 atma, 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 raksha, 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 mam. Om Hreem, Hessraim, Hreem. Om Deem, Deem, Kleem, Kleem, Saoum, Maha, Agni, Swarupa-Nyayna, Namaha. Om Kluum Dluum Jam, Kanaka Durgamba. Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM. Kanaka Durgamba, Durga Devi, Prasan-nam. Om Yamatara Jabana Salagam. Mama, mama, atma, 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 raksha, 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 mam. Om Hreem, Hessraim, Hreem. Om Deem, Deem, Kleem, Kleem, Saoum, Maha, Agni, Swarupa-Nyayna, Namaha. Om Kluum Dluum Jam, Kanaka Durgamba. Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM. Kanaka Durgamba, Durga Devi, Prasan-nam. Om Yamatara Jabana Salagam. Mama, 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 atma, 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 raksha, 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 mam. Om Hreem, Hessraim, Hreem. Om Deem, Deem, Kleem, Kleem, Saoum, Maha, Agni, Swarupa-Nyayna, Namaha. Om Kluum Dluum Jam, Kanaka Durgamba. Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM. Kanaka Durgamba, Durga Devi, Prasan-nam. Om Yamatara Jabana Salagam. Mama, 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 atma, 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 raksha, 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 mam. Om Hreem, Hessraim, Hreem. Om Deem, Deem, Kleem, Kleem, Saoum, Maha, Agni, Swarupa-Nyayna, Namaha. Om Kluum Dluum Jam, Kanaka Durgamba. Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM. Kanaka Durgamba, Durga Devi, Prasan-nam. Om Yamatara Jabana Salagam. Mama, 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 atma, 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 raksha, 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 mam. Om Hreem, Hessraim, Hreem. Om Deem, Deem, Kleem, Kleem, Saoum, Maha, Agni, Swarupa-Nyayna, Namaha. Om Kluum Dluum Jam, Kanaka Durgamba. Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM. Kanaka Durgamba, Durga Devi Prasan-nam. Om Yamadara Javana Saragam, Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha Raksha Rakshamam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem, Om Deem Kleem Kleem Saoum, Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Kluum Dluum Jam Kanaka Durgamba, Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM. Kanaka Durgamba, Durga Devi Prasan-nam. Om Yamadara Javana Saragam, Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha Raksha Rakshamam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem, Om Deem Kleem Kleem Saoum, Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Kluum Dluum Jam Kanaka Durgamba, Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM. Kanaka Durgamba, Durga Devi Prasan-nam. Om Yamadara Javana Saragam, Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha Raksha Rakshamam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem, Om Deem Kleem Kleem Saoum, Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Kluum Dluum Jam Kanaka Durgamba, Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM. Kanaka Durgamba, Durga Devi Prasan-nam. Om Yamadara Javana Saragam, Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha Raksha Rakshamam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem, Om Deem Kleem Kleem Saoum, Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Kluum Dluum Jam Kanaka Durgamba, Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM. Kanaka Durgamba, Durga Devi Prasan-nam. Om Yamadara Javana Saragam, Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha Raksha Rakshamam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem, Om Deem Kleem Kleem Saoum, Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Kluum Dluum Jam Kanaka Durgamba, Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM. Kanaka Durgamba, Durga Devi Prasan-nam. Om Yamadara Javana Saragam, Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha Raksha Rakshamam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem, Om Deem Kleem Kleem Saoum, Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Kluum Dluum Jam Kanaka Durgamba, Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM. Kanaka Durgamba, Durga Devi Prasan-nam. Om Yamadara Javana Saragam, Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha Raksha Rakshamam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem, Om Deem Kleem Kleem Saoum, Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Kluum Dluum Jam Kanaka Durgamba, Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM. Kanaka Durgamba, Durga Devi Prasan-nam. Om Yamadara Javana Saragam, Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha Raksha Rakshamam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem, Om Deem Kleem Kleem Saoum, Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Kluum Dluum Jam Kanaka Durgamba, Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM. Kanaka Durgamba, Durga Devi Prasan-nam. Om Yamadara Javana Saragam, Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha Raksha Rakshamam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem, Om Deem Kleem Kleem Saoum, Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Kluum Dluum Jam Kanaka Durgamba, Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM. Kanaka Durgamba, Durga Devi Prasan-nam. Om Yamadara Javana Saragam, Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha Raksha Rakshamam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem, Om Deem Kleem Kleem Saoum, Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Kluum Dluum Jam Kanaka Durgamba, Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM. Kanaka Durgamba, Durga Devi Prasan-nam. Om Yamataraja Bana Salakam. Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha Raksha Rakshamam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem. Om Dheem Dheem Saoum Maha Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Kluum Dluum Jam Kanaka Durgamba. Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM. Kanaka Durgamba, Durga Devi Prasan-nam. Om Yamataraja Bana Salakam. Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha Raksha Rakshamam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem. Om Dheem 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 Saoum Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Kluum Dluum Jam Kanaka Durgamba. Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM. Kanaka Durgamba, Durga Devi Prasan-nam. Om Yamataraja Bana Salakam. Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha Raksha Rakshamam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem. Om Dheem 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 Saoum Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Kluum Dluum Jam Kanaka Durgamba. Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM. Kanaka Durgamba, Durga Devi Prasan-nam. Om Yamataraja Bana Salakam. Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha Raksha Rakshamam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem. Om Dheem 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 Saoum Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Kluum Dluum Jam Kanaka Durgamba. Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM. Kanaka Durgamba, Durga Devi Prasan-nam. Om Yamataraja Bana Salakam. Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha Raksha Rakshamam. Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem. Om Dheem 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 Saoum Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Kluum Dluum Jam Kanaka Durgamba. Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM. Kanaka Durgamba, Durga Devi Prasan-nam. Om Yamataraja Bana Salakam. Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha Raksha Rakshamam.
Last time.
Om Hreem Hessraim Hreem. Om Dheem 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 Saoum Maha Agni Swarupa-Nyayna Namaha. Om Kluum Dluum Jam Kanaka Durgamba. Om Kluum Dluum Jam HUM. Kanaka Durgamba, Durga Devi Prasan-nam. Om Yamataraja Bana Salakam. Mama 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 Atma 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 Raksha Raksha Rakshamam.
Good. So our final mantra for today is the Jesus mantra. Now, why on earth would we have Jesus involved in a fire homa dedicated to the Divine Mother? Good question. Glad you asked. Turns out Jesus, I think many people know, spent an awful lot of time in India during the so-called lost years from the Christian texts, where he disappears in the Bible at about 13 years old and doesn't reemerge until he's in his late 20s, early 30s. Does his mission and his drama in the Middle East. And then they say he ascended to heaven. Well, what we know is he actually went back to India and spent the rest of his life in South India. It was not a short life. Jesus, ha! As the greatest exponent of the miracle energy of India, is like this with the mother, especially with Maha Kali, who is the only doorway through which a saint gets blessed to handle the miracle energy at a high level, like raising the dead, turning one thing to another like water to wine, and so on. So it turns out that Christ himself, the sort of unspoken, unacknowledged big secret of human history, as it is with every saint of that caliber that we can name, whether it's Krishna or Buddha or Jesus or Muhammad or Shirdi Sai Baba, Yogananda, whoever it is, Mahavatar Babaji, they all get their clearance from the Divine Mother, usually in a fierce form and usually as Kali, to do the unbelievable high consciousness things that they came to do. Which is a big boon for all of us, because it means these things can be approached, they can be learned. These characters are not by any stretch the only characters in our history or on our planet right now who are able to do these kinds of things and get that kind of direct blessing from the Mother. This is, I think, the real promise of Jesus, and sort of got rid out of the religions pretty good. Generally, they say, no, he's the only one, and y'all are sinners, and good luck. No. Every human being has the same apparatus. We all came in a human form. We all have a soul. We all have a consciousness. And we all, like it or not, know it or not, have a direct relationship with Mother Divine. So Jesus, especially during his lifetime, he really went the mile with the Mother, I could say. He wanted to squeeze every drop out of understanding her entire creation. All of her negativity and all of her positivity. No soul, no saint had done that before or since him to that degree. And why he wanted all that information from the Mother was he wanted to bless it forward for humanity at large to wake up to the same understanding of this creation, the same consciousness, the same ability to help, especially help heal the suffering hearts on the planet. So toward that end, one night late in South India, we were in a hotel with Sri Kaleshwar, and we got the call kind of late at night. He wants everybody in his suite. We all piled in there. We're practically sitting on each other's laps. It's a very small suite. And there were maybe like 20 of us. And he started saying these mantras that were a little different from the ones that we already knew and phonetically a little tricky. And so we're writing them down as best we can write them down. He just started saying them quietly. It's very intense. There were a whole slew of them, actually. And then he said very quietly, these are mantras that Jesus used during his life in India. It is the right time for me to give them out. I will pay a price for giving them, but I have to give them out. And this one was the first of those very unbelievably sacred, divine doorways to the Christ energy. You could say to the Christ consciousness, directly. So it doesn't matter what religion you are, or what you were raised with, or what your belief system is. The Christ consciousness, the universal creation consciousness, each of us has a spark of that in us. We have full right to develop that, regardless of past, no past, beliefs, no beliefs, it doesn't matter. So you can take the mantra and you can use it in your own time, especially if you really want to know, hey, what is this in me? Who is this Christ character? Separate from the religions and the mythos. And what am I, by extension? He is, in the words of Sri Kaleshwar, the greatest healer who ever walked on our planet in its entire history. And so as we bring the Christ energy into this movement, we're engaging with the greatest healer ever in our imagined and unimagined world. What are you asking for? What do you really need? Let's talk to that boss and see what happens. Om Natali Hrudayam Naswasanam Om Natali Hrudayam Naswasanam. I should say, actually, the mantra, it means my mother's heart is my completion. It's a mix of Telugu and Sanskrit. It's from the ancient languages. Literally, Big Boss Jesus is talking to the Divine Mother through his physical mother, but through into the cosmic mother. My mother's heart is my completion. Om Natali Hrudayam Naswasanam Om Natali Hrudayam Naswasanam Om Natali Hrudayam Naswasanam Om Natali Hrudayam Naswasanam Om Natali Hrudayam
Swastanam. Om Natali-yam. 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 Swastanam. Om Swastanam. Om Natali-yam. 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 Swastanam. Om Natali Hridayam Naswastanam. 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 Om Natali Hridayam Naswastanam.
Last time. Good. So, now what happens? Astra, do you want to do the bowl?
Yes.
So now what happens is everybody has flowers and incense. Yes, you're going to take it in your right hand. We're going to grab the bowl. Can you grab it? Yes. Do real quick yourself. And then... Good. So we're going to put this on the bowl. Sorry, right hand, and then touch the coconut. And then it's going to go around everybody up, the divine court presiding. And
I managed to do it this time.
go walk around. Right in, right in. So you just go to everybody and then all of that is going to go into the home as one big giant communal offering. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And I would like to have my stick. Just yeah, that coconut has a little nest.
Yeah.
Hope for the best, folks. Great. All right, here we go. So everybody up, the divine court presided. And yeah, I think it can kind of stay back. I think it's stay back. Oh, yeah. Yes, right. And then I'll touch the coconut once for everybody at home. Yes, we got you. So all of our wishes, blessings, everything we've been thinking throughout the Homa goes into the coconut, and this is our final. So we're going to read the entire list of sponsors again, at the end of which we say, oh mama, oh mama, oh mama, to send it all to them. And then we'll make the big final offering to huge applause. Sustained and continual applause. Christina Maria Costa Rodriguez, Carol Jenny, Patrice Bader, Sally Johnson, Anthony Nichols, Susan Neander, Cora Bell, and Stephen Carey, Neil Valumsetla, Beryl and Manuel Smith, Malia Smith, Kapi Ole Smythe, and the I Love Health, We the Well-Beings. Liana Monet, John Piper, Kayla Whaley, Beata Diakowska, Teresa Goodman, Ellen Todd Bueller, Becky and Tom, happy anniversary. Alma Maglaya and Mark Flippart, Alicia Campbell, J.E. Campbell, G.G. Campbell, Christine Bednarik and family, Jennifer Renee Wilson, Matt Navarra, Misa Hirosa Navarra, and baby Leo Hirosa Navarra, who's coming in June. Galen Tulku, goodness, that's such a name. Galen Tulku Miller Perseco. Wow. Nancy Reynolds, Joan Dixon, David Dixon, Danny Borner and his family, Matt Locker, John Salati, Andrea Eversberg, Marinella Tona, Vasilika Tona, Dimitra Liko, Yanni Liko, Atina Tona, Noah Katza, Mateo Katza, Afi Katza, Michelle Farrell, Joe and Alfie Merritt, Jamie Raskin, Paula Bradley, Stefan and Catherine Dada, Quinn Ham, his entire family, and his business, American HVAC. Nina Krevers, Barbara Flock, Desiree Sterling, Yuichiro Makaguchi, Nilanjana Deb, for the end of white supremacy in America. For our brothers and sisters in Ukraine, Slava Ukraini. For Volodymyr Zelensky and his family, that they may stay safe and protected. In support of the divine feminine rising worldwide, especially through the women. In Santa Cruz County, the heads of the agencies making brilliant solutions to homelessness, Scott Galloway, John Showalter, Debbie Bates, Susan Britty, Roland Reveley, Herb Schmidt, Cynthia Matthews, Ingrid Trejo, John Dietz, Don Lane, Susanna McLean, Brand Adams, and Phil Kramer. For Ottmar Schumann and his 800 Germans meditating daily for world peace. For Thomas Stenzel and Kaleshwar Publishing, may they flourish. Navya Sri Sai, Silpa, and Penukonda, may they flourish. For Sai centers of this kind of divine knowledge, energy, blessing, and healing worldwide, may they flourish. And finally, and the last shall be first and the first shall be last, for all of our folks here in Los Angeles and nationally who are experiencing homelessness, as well as for our veterans, both locally and nationally, that they may receive the kind of care, services, nourishment, shelter, and just plain love they richly deserve. And for all of this, we say,
Oh mama, oh mama, oh mama.
Oh, so much more applause. You can't believe how much more applause. Keep clapping. Keep clapping. Here comes the mic. Keep clapping. All right. Clapping, clapping. Great. So now what happens is here we make pradakshina. So we'll take small groups of like 5 people. We walk around 3 times. You're using your physical body to carry your soul around to seal in the energy of the Homa. Please don't leave without a little black paste on your third eye, but we hope you won't leave because our beautiful neighbor, Chef Samaj, is bringing unbelievable vegetarian food for us all to enjoy. So at home, you turn around 3 times in place to your right. It fulfills the same function as sealing in the energy of the Homa to your soul. And thank you all so much. And we'll see you in 2 weeks for the new moon fire Homa. Enjoy the full moon. Bye for now. Bye for now. Yeah.